Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton. Dr. Donald Morton is an award-winning social entrepreneur known for his innovative social solutions.
Based on this fatherhood and manhood issue in droves, in incredibly large numbers. And I felt it necessary for someone to have a voice like yourself to do the work of restoring men in our society. And I've been doing that work ever since.
His latest solution is expressed as the CEO of Remand.
So Remand, the nonprofit, is about helping brothers that are coming out of prison, brothers that are dealing with child support, brothers that are the most marginalized of our communities, helping them with their character and the institutions that impact them. And then the LLC, our for-profit arm, is really attempting to address the CEOs and CFOs and entrepreneurs and people like that say, look, I got issues too as a black man. My issues are a bit different because I'm in the C-suite. Mm-hmm. And how it plays out in the C-suite is very different than how it plays out on the block and those brothers that are coming out of re-entry. But here's the deal. All of us the same, for real, for real.
Dr. Morton is the former executive director of the Complexities of Color Coalition. As executive director of the coalition, he worked to congregate Wilmington, Delaware's African-American community in order to create comprehensive strategy to influence institutions, policies, and laws. Dr. Morton has over 25 years of experience in African-American community leadership. Remand is deeply personal. While he's glad that thousands of men are on this journey with him, it was started because he needed liberation. He was broken and bound, and he was fighting to put his life back together after divorce, infidelity, business challenges, bankruptcy, and a life destroyed by being the worst liar ever. Yes, Dr. Morton was a liar until he faced himself and proved his signature science, the character arc. Then and only then was he ready to lead men to learn and live the science of being Remand.
What's up, y'all? What's going on with y'all? Good morning. I see you guys are already starting early by saying good morning with no face, ski mask. This is what y'all do every single morning. But it's okay. We are learning that people that come in with the ski mask on are still friendly. But we'd like to know who you are. Where are you coming from? Let me see. Who your mom and them is. That's what my grandparents used to ask. Who your mama and them? Who your daddy and them? Otherwise, you can't come in here because we don't know what kind of trouble you've been in, what kind of family you got. I have been since I met Leroy. I've been investigating his past to see whether or not he can be friends with me. Just you don't get the opportunity to be friends with me. That's the house I grew up in. So I spent the last year finding out about who he is. That's how I found out about the children, right? I found out about the kids. But it's okay. Like, all of us got a past. So, Leroy, good morning to you, man. What?
I laugh because one of my friends, and she's actually my sister's friend, but she's a friend. They've been friends since they were little in elementary school, high school, right? But she's still a friend of mine too. So every time we talk, a matter of fact, I talked to her yesterday. She always said, She always talk about them kids. I ain't claiming down on the Eastern Shore.
Hey, you got children?
So every time I hear you say that, I think about
you got children. Like you have kids. Why would
I tell
why
both
would
of
you
y'all,
deny
y'all are so
why would you
stupid.
deny the kids? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bad thing. It's not taboo. Unless you're not taking care of the kids. If you're
Y'all
not taking care of the kids,
Y'all crack me up.
then it's a problem. But you know, I found out after, you know, you and I become friends and brothers, and so I said I can't abandon them now. I mean, the brother is now here's what I found. Leroy takes care of all of his kids. He takes care of all of his kids, right? He does the right thing.
All 34 of them by 18 different women.
It's not quite 34, so you exaggerate now. Hey Marv, good morning, bro.
Since you will put it out there like that.
It's not 34, it's 8. It's 8 of them. Marv, how you gonna take a day off, bro? like we was all over the place yesterday.
We only stayed an hour.
We only stayed an hour. That is our new time. We will be an hour every single day. And we stayed an hour. We stayed on point for the most part, but we was kind of all over the place. Marv, there's no such thing as having a meeting all day. You didn't have meetings all day. That's what I use when I don't want to be somewhere too. Like I got meetings all day. Right? Yeah, that's what we all say. Like I had meetings all day. I used to do that too. Step into the role and right of accountability, responsibility, and integrity, my guy. If you didn't want to hang out with us yesterday, because you too found out Leroy got kids, if that's what it is, then say that. Like, yo, I found out Leroy got children, right? And all of Leroy's children have different last names. She wasn't on either. Crystal wasn't here either.
Neither one.
So
neither producer showed up for work yesterday.
Neither.
I think it was a conspiracy. I think it was a conspiracy. Conspiracy
yesterday between both of our producers, who come in here this morning like they ain't been absent. Like good morning. like what's up? Yeah, so I want to say good morning to everybody. I'm your host, Donald Morton, Chief Visionary Officer of Remand. We help Black businessmen build profitable businesses while maintaining amazing relationships with their wives and children. And my co-host is Dr. Leroy 8 Children McKenzie Jr., who is the Chief Operations Officer of Remand. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Leroy.
Now you know somebody gonna say, why ain't taking care of them kids?
Why
he ain't claiming none of them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Not that you have kids, but you don't really claim them.
Out here acting like Nick.
Oh, look what Marv said, Leroy. Look what Marv said.
I was at the cotton candy. That's a good one, bro. That's a good
one. When it get hot in the Grown Man podcast, they got to
they go. They run. When they go, bro. When they go.
They go down 5 blocks.
5 blocks.
Look for the green
awning and make a left. That's what he did yesterday.
Marv said, I went to the y'all. He said, y'all talk about too much heavy stuff, man. I need to talk about something that's a little lighter.
You know,
Marv went to the Cotton Candy. Marv went to the Cotton Candy podcast down the street. Leroy, so the Facebook users that are on, if you see your name is not populating, let me tell you, let me show you who you are. Good morning, gentlemen. We don't know who you is.
Tell them what they need to do in order to be able
It's
to identify
crazy,
themselves.
man, because what happens, Leroy, is there's only one page that gives you the instructions.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So it
Okay.
actually
Okay.
gives you the link to say, hey, click here.
Right.
And right, but all of the pages don't.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
assuming that it's a person who is not on that page, which
Okay.
is I
Right.
think it's on my
Right.
personal page that allows you to do that.
Okay. Okay.
So tell us who we are. Tell us who you are. This person that says good morning, gentlemen, tell us who you are. This person that is a Facebook user that says good morning, tell us who you are. And simply listen, y'all, for real, we clown a lot about the ski mask and all of that, but we believe in putting respect on your name, right? And honoring who you are. So just tell us who you are. So that we can say what's good to you. Leroy, you were introducing yourself, man, and your children.
It's another beautiful day in Wakanda. Good people, what it be like? It's your boy. Hey, it's another grown man podcast with your boy Donald Moore. Now that intro gets fire each and every time, bro. That I watch
Oh, bro.
That's fire, man. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So, welcome, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Let's roll, y'all. Let's go. Let's get into it. We gonna move. We're gonna roll today. I think you got something good for us today.
Oh, I got something good, man.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Ep said, am I coming up now? It's Epps. No, sir, you're not. Keith is, though. What's up, Keith? Good to see you, my guy. Good morning to you.
Is it something that they can do since that notification doesn't come up?
That's a good question, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
We will let you guys know on the next podcast exactly how to because it's not even showing up. It looks like Epps is on my personal page.
Okay.
Or no, he's inside the Remand community.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not. It doesn't show up inside the Remand community. Oh, yes, it does. Let Epps, you see where it says I'm going live using StreamYard. Before, if you click on the top of the thing, it'll tell you to click that link, and it'll ask you to give StreamYard permission to see your name. So do that, man, just so that we can know who you are. Marv said it happens to me when I come in on the Remand page. Okay, yeah, got it. No, it looks like you're in. Look, it looks like Epps, you are in. Are you inside the Remand community? When I come through on Donald's page, it shows my name. Yeah, so do that. Go to and look at the podcast. Join us from my personal page, and let's see if it allows your name to come up. Just because I like to know who I'm talking to. Yeah, so you will see even inside the Remand page, there's a link at the top, and if you go in, you'll see it says, I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name at StreamYard. Okay, StreamYard.com/Facebook. Yes, sir, Keith. We can see your name, bro. Yup, we can see your name, man. So I don't know what that's about, but we like to be able to see everybody's name. So thank y'all for abiding by that. So Leroy, it's 10:15, man. You know, we on time now because we only here for an hour. It's the Black History moment with Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. Man, I'm excited every time we get a chance to do this because I learn something new every single day. So holla at me, man. Who we celebrating today?
Well, y'all know prayer. Well, during this Black History Month, weren't just going to do men. We wanted to include the ladies in this. So, I wanted to do another phenomenal woman, bruh. Who every time you drive in your car and you go to put your navigational system on,
Mhm.
you can thank this sister for for that.
Wow. Okay.
And her name is Miss Gladys. That's one of them old
That's an
church names
old
right
sister. Yeah, Gladys.
there. Gladys West. She's a remarkable figure in the history of GPS, which stands for Global Positioning System. I didn't even know that when I looked at it. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Born in October 27, 1930, uh, in Sutherland, Virginia. She is an American mathematician. She was an American mathematician known for her significant contributions to the development of GPS technology. In the 1950s, she began her career as a mathematician at the Naval Surface Warfare Center in Dahlgren, Virginia. During her tenure, she played a crucial role in the development of an extremely accurate model of the Earth's shape, known as the GOLD, and it's GEOID. So I don't know, that's GOID. This model became an essential component in the calculation of satellite orbits and the refinement of GPS technology. It was in the 1970s that Miss West, her work became particularly influential. Alongside a team of engineers, she contributed to the development of satellite geodesy, a science that measures the Earth's geometric shape, orientation in shape, and in space and gravity field. Her mathematical models and algorithms were instrumental in interpreting satellite data, enabling accurate positioning and navigation. While Miss West's specific contributions might not have been widely recognized until much later, her foundational work became integral to the establishment and improvement of the GPS system. The GPS system, as we know it today, relies on a network of satellites to provide accurate positioning and navigation information worldwide. In 2018, Miss West was recognized for her pioneering work when she was inducted into the Air Force Space and Missile Pioneers Hall of Fame. Her dedication and mathematical expertise played a crucial role in the development and success of the GPS system, revolutionizing navigation and positioning capabilities globally.
Wow.
The
I
GPS system, yo.
yeah. For those of us that are like me, that couldn't find their way across the street with a map. Remember, I come up during an era where it was maps.
Yep.
It was, and then it moved to MapQuest, or
Right. And you had
right,
to print it out.
had to
You
print
had
it out. And
to-
right now, listen, I will travel the country as long as I got somebody telling me where to go. So that thing that just navigates that global positioning system, right? That recognizes where you are and where you need to go and gives you a set of directions. Man, I don't know how we made it. Good morning, Dwight. Good to see you, my man. Epps, yeah, you better now, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I couldn't imagine a map to travel now myself. So let's celebrate a sister who created MapQuest, because let me tell you why she created it. This is what they've not told you in the history books. She created it because she was married to a man who refused to ask for directions. Because you know, we have our whole family lost
She
before
like,
we
we gonna fix this right now.
we're gonna fix this right now. It comes out of a pain point. And the pain point
That's
was every
funny.
sister who said, every brother who said, every sister who asked her husband, "Hey, do you know where we are?" Of course, I know where we are. I know where
Don't
we
you want to
going.
stop for directions? No, I got this. I got
I
this.
got this. You on
Now
your
you
way
can
to
say,
Baltimore to
brothers, you
see?
can say, I got this. You can say, I got this now.
Yeah,
We
bro, Marv,
good.
you're right. Living here in Atlanta, you need GPS everywhere, mainly to help redirect you through traffic jams. Yeah, I'm grateful for it too, Marv. I am. I'm grateful for that thing that will now say, hey, we can save you some time if you go this other direction. Right. So I thank that sister. Dwight Robinson says, so true. Can Leroy pin her name in the comments? I don't know whether we can or not. Can we, Leroy?
Well, I'll put a name in there, and I don't know if we can pin it. I don't know how to pin it, or I'll see if it's there. But I'll definitely put a name in there.
That's a good idea, Marv. Yeah, let's put some respect on her name. She done saved a lot of families.
Right.
She done saved a lot of families because brothers get all frustrated and flabbergasted, like I know where I'm going. And all we got to do it, brothers, just listen, just pull over, go to the gas station, man, and ask the people in the gas station where you are. Don't put yourself through that. Don't put your family through that. Tramel said they talking to their girlfriends like we would have been. Yeah, we would have been there sooner, but he got lost again and didn't want to ask for directions. Yeah, see, every invention. This is really a good, this is really a good point. Leroy, her name is Gladys.
Yeah.
Put Miss Gladys on it if you're nasty. That's Miss Gladys. Right?
Miss Gladys.
We know that ain't a young sister. That's a sister from back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Global positioning system. Every ask yourselves this question, brothers, and we'll get into it a little more in a moment. Are there enough people in enough pain to purchase what I offer?
That's a good way to put it.
Ain't that the question, Leroy? That's
a good way to put
it.
That's a good way to put it.
Right? Are there enough people in enough pain to purchase what I offer? That at the end of the day,
that's deep right there.
Is the question you're gonna have to ask yourself about your business. Are there enough people in enough pain, right, to purchase what I offer? I had to put myself through that question, and the answer is an unequivocal yes, without question. On both sides of it, both the nonprofit and the for-profit, yes. Right? Willie McMillan said the party ain't over, it just started. The party is over. When I tell you about it, you're gonna see it, right? Are there enough people in enough pain to purchase what I offer? That's the question. You know, that came right up out of my spirit. When Leroy, like I'm, you know, my spirit is open toward the source, the God of our salvation. When Leroy comes up with good stuff, it's that red cup. It's a different kind of
Hey, you got your source? I got mine. Either way, it's inspiration.
Oh my God. Yeah, Dwight, that's what it is, man. Are there enough people in enough pain to purchase what you have to offer? Look, Marv. Marv put his little cup up for you. That's right, Marv. That boy's sipping on gin and juice.
It ain't hoodies up, it's cups up.
It ain't hoodies up, it's cups up. Oh my God. Willie McMillan says, does it have to be pain? Could it be survival ability? I
think it's a different mentality when you talk survival versus pain to me.
Yeah. It has to be pain. And here's why. If you look at the positioning, Willie, of a consumer, right? Survival, like, is this place of I can make it, right? It's this mindset, to Leroy's point of I can make it. And I want Leroy to kind of explain from a business perspective as well, before we put the hoodies up. Pain, though, I want you to imagine yourself with a throbbing toothache. Anybody ever had a toothache? Like
Bruh.
you
Bro,
in
I've
the
been
middle of the
literally
night.
crying in bed. I've been crying, curled
Yes,
up in the bed, bro,
yes,
in
yes.
serious pain.
So a pain, when a person is in pain, they're looking for an answer. Like, I got to do something to get myself out of this moment. Survival doesn't really suggest that. Survival actually suggests to me, and I want Leroy to talk about it a bit, is I'm making it. I ain't, I ain't doing the most, I ain't doing the least. I'm making it. If I can just survive. But when you in pain, when you in pain, like, I've got to be able to do something about the pain I'm in. Leroy, talk about it from your perspective, man.
Well, here's the difference between survival and pain, and it has to do with us in our community. We're in survival mode in our community. We ain't in pain yet. Once we understand the pain, we're willing to not accept the conditions that we're in, and saying that this is too much for us to bear.
Ooh, yeah.
And we're willing to do, like you just said, so aptly, you just said, when we're willing, I got to do something. We got to do something to change the position that we're in. And unfortunately, I think we as a people haven't gotten to that. But now some of us have, because we're tired of it, and we're trying to do what it is that we need to do. We've already, we know the pain, we feel the pain, we see the pain, and we're trying to do something to rectify it. But there's so many of us that are willing to just accept it. And I hate to use this as an example because I love my city, but there's certain parts of Baltimore that I ride in, bro. And I swear, to me, it's like this gray cloud, and people are just going about day to day, doing what they do in that survival mindset. They accept it, they've adapted to it.
Yeah.
Versus saying, I've got to do something.
I got to do something about this.
About it.
Yeah.
This ain't right. Yeah. I'm not comfortable living like this.
Yeah.
To me, that's the difference between survival and pain.
It is. And Willie says, we are talking about people buying our products. People purchase my product and services not because of pain, but for survival and protection. Yet that may be very, very true. But I will also tell you that they are limited in their purchase. There are a limited number of people that are purchasing your product because of survival, in comparison that people... Imagine your marketing message being differently, because it's all being different. It's all a matter of marketing and branding and language. So when a person, for example, when a person, because Brother Willie, for those of you that don't know, Brother Willie owns an executive security company, right? So he protects high-level executives, right? And let me tell you when it becomes painful, Willie. It becomes painful when President Reagan gets shot. That's pain. That ain't survival. That's pain, right? It becomes really, really serious when someone has been hurt. We were talking, I think yesterday, right, Leroy? When I mentioned it, you can tell me whether it was yesterday, day before. We were talking about the day that King got stabbed,
Yeah. That was your
right?
point. Yep.
That's not survival, that's pain. Like if we want to protect our leaders, it's all a matter of language. And people have to see themselves. I love Leroy's point. People have to see themselves in enough pain. It's really their perspective. They've got to see themselves in enough pain to be able to make some purchases that can get them out of the pain that they are in. Looks like Leroy, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, and I'll give you a personal example, right? I'm watching a commercial, right? It's a toothpaste commercial for Crest.
Yeah.
I know I got to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
This commercial comes on, and it's the commercial of a young man smiling, and he has this young lady that gives him attention.
Yeah.
Because of the smile. And me seeing that, knowing that I need toothpaste, it wasn't a physical pain, but me knowing, hey, I've got to brush my teeth. I want to keep my teeth clean. I want to make sure that my teeth look bright, shiny. And here's this commercial showing me how I can solve that problem, how I can have bright teeth, how I can have a young lady pay attention to me because of my smile.
Yeah.
That's what you think I bought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next time I went to the store.
Absolutely. It solves a problem. It answers a pain. And for those of you that have businesses like Willie does, Willie said, I can appreciate that point of view. It's important to recognize the psychology of why people purchase.
Yeah.
Right? People purchase because they're in pain. They're in enough challenge and adversity to say, I got to do something different. And to Leroy's point, the Black community ain't there yet. So, for example, Remand answers a pain point.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
The pain point for us is how does a Black male develop a profitable business while maintaining his an amazing relationship with his wife and children? Like that's a real issue, because many brothers are doing well by themselves or they got families that don't really support the business. And there is a sweet spot that we found in Life Leadership and Legacy that'll cause him to do well. We also solve the pain of government, or the Black brothers that are encountering issues with government, child support, right? All those kinds of things. And we solve the problem of businesses that need to figure out, how do I employ Black males? Government, how do I keep Black males from going to jail, right? Those are serious, real pain points that Remand solves. So our job is to create a language that helps them connect the dots with regard to, hey, I got that pain right there. Leroy just pointed it out. Yeah, if you can't convince them, or not even convince them, because I don't think it's the job of marketing to convince anybody. I think it's the job of marketing to connect the dots, to help people see, yeah, I need that. Like I need that right there, right? And it's also the job of marketing to disengage anyone that doesn't need that. So when I'm selling to a particular group of people.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
And
that's the thing about
Leroy. We late. Put the hoodies up real quick before Marvin says something, and then we can continue the conversation.
Every business is in business because they solve a problem.
Absolutely.
There's not one business that's in business that you solve a problem.
Absolutely.
The question is, like we're saying here, whose problem are you solving? And it is about, I'm gonna say convincing, like you said, it's not convincing.
Yeah.
It's showing someone how you solve that problem, how you solve that problem better than anybody else.
Yeah. Boy, that's so good. That's so good. It
there's plenty of toothpaste out there.
That problem better than anyone else. What's
anyone
up,
else?
Go ahead, man.
No, but that's it. That's how do you solve that problem better than anybody else? That's what you're showing them with marketing. And I'm going to speak the language that you speak so that you understand how I solve that problem for you better than anybody else. That's to me, that's the purpose of marketing.
But
That's the
I
purpose
can't
of,
say it any better. That's
you know,
absolutely right. Like I want to be, let me just be real clear. I want to, when anyone thinks about the pain of Black men and that
yep,
the issues that I want top of mind,
yep, there it
remain,
is. There it is. There it is. You
right?
on
I
it.
don't want them thinking about nobody else other than remand, because we solve a particular problem and we do it better than anybody else does it.
Yes, sir.
That is such a good point, bro. Hey, listen, y'all. It's 10:36. We got 24 minutes before we out of here. I know y'all looking at us like, why'd you change the time? Because I'm trying to restructure my time, trying to restructure my day. And I love hanging out with you guys. And we may go over a little bit. We'll never go back to 11:30 or anything like that. I need to make sure that we govern our time and govern it accordingly. Let me tell you what we are about to deal with today. What we are let me see something real quick. What we are about to deal with today. It's going to be crazy, but this is what we're dealing with today. Okay, the party is over. The party is over. Miko, what's up, cuzzo? Good to see you. Everybody, do me a favor. Tag your business brothers, tag your friends, tag your family. Let them know that we look, Leroy. Look. Look at your girl. That's right. My girl's birthday was yesterday. So
yeah.
I
Okay.
Crystal, not Crystal's birthday, but her daughter Gigi. Gigi's birthday was yesterday, and so she wasn't with us. She says today, what's happening, y'all, at a career fair? Just wanted to make sure the hoods are up. multi managing. Yes, the hoods are up.
There you go.
Leroy, we put them up just in time.
I know, right?
We put them up just in time before she came on and want to read us the riot act.
Have a great job fair, Crystal.
Have a great job
awesome.
fair,
Yeah,
Crystal.
that's awesome. Oh, career fair. I'm sorry, career fair. Yeah, that's cool.
Miko said, Dr. Leroy, love the hoodie, no shade, cuz no shade at all. I understand.
That's the HBCU, baby.
That's the HBCU, University of Maryland, Maryland, Eastern Shore. Right? I got high respect for Leroy. I got high respect for that institution because it produced Leroy.
Hey, bro, it's some great folks that came from UMS, man. When I looked into the history, history of it is phenomenal, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that they didn't teach you to drink, smoke, and not take care of your kids.
What you talking about, bro? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. You don't know. That's what they did down there on the show, because it ain't nothing down there in Princess Anne, Maryland.
He said,
what she gonna do?
He said, yes, they did. Yeah, they absolutely did. They did teach me to drink, smoke, and not take care of my kids. They did that. Leroy, the subject can be a little misleading, right?
Yeah. You gonna have to explain. You got to explain that, Lucy.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's this for you. This is a really personal podcast for me today, right? Dwight said, producer lurking.
They always watching. Always watching.
Right? I have found in my own personal business with Remand, I don't know whether you have found this to be true with JNF Enterprises, right? What many people don't know is that you are the chief operations officer of Remand, but you also own your own business, JNF Enterprises, right? I have found with me in particular, bruh, and I'm interested in whether or not this is you as well, is that we have a habit of doing what the greats don't do. And I want to just kind of lift up the Kobe's of the world, the Black Mamba. I want to lift up the Jordans of the world. I want to lift up anyone who has been successful. I think we party and celebrate accomplishments too long.
Okay.
Right? I found myself being so fulfilled in accomplishments for a long period of time that I've not gotten out of that moment onto the next thing, right? So if you ever listen to Kobe, you ever listen to Mike, right? You ever listen to the greats, man. I think you will agree with me, bruh, that one of the things that sets them apart is they celebrate for a night, and then the next day they about next year. Like, what are we putting in place for next year? What are we doing? This was good. We pop bottles, we parade, we do all of that. But I'm already on to the next thing. I don't know. One of the downfalls of Donald Morton is I exhale after an accomplishment and I don't necessarily get up to accomplish the next thing. And I'm not against celebrating. I'm against celebrating too long, particularly when that celebration takes the time that it takes up from actually getting on to the next thing. Nodella said this. Nodella said, yes, it can sidetrack you or cause you to get stuck instead of moving on to the next. It can really, it has for me, Nodella, it's really caused me to kind of get stuck. Remand is working now under, we have a consultant. We were given some money by Discover Bank. Shout out to Discover Bank, who is one of our partners. And we are now in research. Our program is being researched so that we can determine the efficacy of the program, right? That's good. But the moment we celebrated Leroy getting the money from Discover, we had work to do. Like we could only celebrate that for a very short period of time. We have work to do. That money was for something. And the for something was to make sure that we could research the program, see its efficacy, do the work. And then once that phase is done, we'll celebrate that. We'll pop bottles, right? And then it's time to make sure we play on the world stage, on the federal stage, on the world stage. So I'm not against celebration. I'm against doing exactly what Nodella just said. Don't let it sidetrack you. Don't let it get you stuck. The greats always recognize there's something else. And let's celebrate for this period of time, but let's keep our eyes on the prize. There's something else that we've got to do. So I want to say, okay, to those of you that have accomplished something, you've achieved something, you're smelling the roses, I'm good with you. But the party's over. There's something else now. There's another level now. Growth requires that you step into the next level of being uncomfortable, the next level of challenge, the next level of mastery. You got to step into that, and you got to leave behind the things that you have already accomplished. And I'll say this, Leroy, before I turn it over to you, man. There are so many people who are still giving testimonials about what they did 10 years ago. Right? like I want to, testimony service, Leroy, you know how it is in Baptist church. I want to thank and praise God that he woke me up this morning, started me on my way. I want to talk to y'all about what happened in 2000. In the year 2000, no, baby girl, you ought to have a different testimony by now, right? And it doesn't happen because we get stuck and we begin to celebrate all the things that we have that have happened in our past without moving forward. Nodella says accomplishments should give you more motivation to keep going. They shouldn't keep you stuck. They should give you more motivation to keep going. Absolutely right. So Leroy, that's what I want to talk about today, man, for the next 15, 20 minutes that we have together. Let's celebrate. But when we celebrate, the party's over. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Leroy, I'm gonna turn it over to you, man. What say ye?
Here's the thing about that, and that is so true. And we have to be mindful. Greatness is never satisfied.
Don't rush. Don't rush. But those of y'all that want it, those of y'all that bout it, yeah, Miko, I have no idea. But for those of you that really want it, I know it can be frustrating to your mates, to your team, to all, but greatness is never satisfied.
It's never satisfied. It is always, like you said, looking for next. It's gonna, you're gonna, like you said, it's gonna celebrate for the moment. But then it's okay. Yeah, that was cool. That was fine. But I got more. I always have more work to do. If you look at any of those names that you named, whether it was Kobe, whether it was Michael, whether it was Magic, whether it was Bird,
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, they were always looking to, they were never satisfied with where they are. Greatness does not get comfortable. It doesn't. It is never comfortable with where it is. It is always looking to do better, be better, do better. And and it's funny because when you were talking about being complacent, what I call it. I'm sure y'all remember the show with Al Bundy. What was it? What's the name of that show?
Married with Children.
Married with Children. Yeah, Married with Children. Al Bundy was always talking about his high school accomplishments. Always talking about being what it was, the game he scored 4 touchdowns in one game. That was the highlight of his whole life. He always went back to when he was in high school and scored 4 touchdowns in one game. And I'm gonna make you laugh right here, Don. For all you Cowboys fans, y'all better close your ears. Y'all always talking about back in 1990, what was it, 90, 94, 95, whenever last time that they won the Super Bowl 30 years ago. They talking about when they won the Super Bowl. No, that's not greatness. Greatness has moved on.
The last time they had leather helmets.
Greatness doesn't live in the past.
Wow.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It can't. In order for you to be able to move to that next level, you can't live in what you used to be or what you used to do. Yeah, that was fine. That was great. If you ever noticed when, and this was one thing that Pat Riley did, and this is why I loved the Showtime era with Magic in them. He always pushed them. It was never being satisfied. Yeah, we just won the championship. But yeah, I'm guaranteeing you we're going to win next year. It was always there. We're already in next year. We're already thinking about what we're going to do next year. That's what greatness does, y'all. That's what separates you from everybody else.
Nodella said, my family used to fuss at me for always doing something, but now they understand and started supporting me. Because greatness will speak.
Correct.
It will speak. Inside Remand, we talk about all the time that in this emotional continuum, the highest of which is love and freedom, the bottom of the vibration is fear and depression. In the center is this place called contentment and boredom. It is the most dangerous place for a person. When you're content, when you're bored, you'll burn your life down. You got to always have a goal that you're going toward. Like, I will not rest until I see in full manifestation this Black Disney world for Remand called the Mecca. It is going. I've seen it. I've spent time walking its streets. It is phenomenal, and you have to have a dream big enough to push you. You have to have a dream big enough to push you. Miko said, Nodella, my family has been the same way. I'm like, have goals to achieve and accomplish. I'm like, I have goals to achieve and accomplish. I have to keep it moving. And sometimes because our families love us, right? They try to, it really isn't personal. It's really not, they're not doing anything that is against us really. They in their minds, they're like, you gotta rest, you gotta chill. My mom used to say the same thing. Baby, you gotta rest, you gotta chill. Like, no man, work while it's day. When nighttime come, no man can work. And then because your aunt, right? She like, okay, all right. Like, you hard-headed. Right? But I had to develop a life that would push. And I found myself as of late just celebrating these little micro accomplishments. And they don't have to be big accomplishments, they can be small accomplishments inside the business, right? Things that I finally got done. I can check that off the list. And then I exhale, but I exhale too long. Like, okay, that's a part of the day, but it ain't the whole day. Get on to the next thing, right? And be able to end the party quickly, right? Nodella said, you're right, Leroy. I posted something on this topic a couple of weeks ago. Nodella said, but guess what, guys? In our pressing and pushing, it can inspire others to get up and do. That's my hope. If I were to tell you, Nodella, what I really hope about my life, my hope about my life is that Black men will be able to look at my life and say, if that boy can get up, after all the hell he's been through, after all the challenges, the dumb mistakes and decisions that he's made, if that dude can have a loving wife, if that dude can have a profitable business, if that dude's children can do the great things that that dude's children is doing, if his life, if he can acknowledge all the mistakes that he's made and then tell us about those mistakes and we see him doing well now, if that can happen for him, it can happen for me.
And that's what, to me, when we tell our stories, when we are, open and transparent with people, and I tell, my author clients this when they're telling their story, and I always say, you're telling your story gives someone else freedom to live theirs. It allows them to be able to, like you said, to be able to see, wow, this is somebody who was like me. Because most most authors that I've had that tell their story, they think that they're the only ones who are going through, who have gone through what they've gone through, when you're not.
Absolutely.
And by you telling someone else, you show other people that they're not the only one. Because a lot of
Absolutely.
people feel that way. A lot of people feel that they're the only ones going through something.
Absolutely.
So when they can see it through someone else, you're right. They'd be like, well, man,
If he can
he
do
been
it,
through all that.
he been and now look at him. Yeah, I can
Right.
do it. I can do
Yeah.
it. I can do it. Dwight says they want to protect us. They do. They do. They want to protect us. But here's the deal. You have to have enough drive to be able to push past that. And sometimes it can be really difficult to push past family members who love you. Like they're not trying to tear us down. Some are.
Right.
But for the most part, they can't see themselves doing it, so they can't see you doing it. Really isn't about what they think about you, it's what they think about themselves.
Absolutely.
Right. So I just wanted to make an announcement, almost a prophetic one, right? The party's over. You can't have that testimony from like Al Bundy when you was in high school. You scored 4 touchdowns. What have you done since? What have you done since? I have people asking, Doug said, how did I retire at 46 years old? This is a mentoring opportunity. Listen to me, y'all. You're called to solve a problem. And Nodella, check this out. I don't know whether you have this or not, but that's a pain point. People that are tired of working till 70, we don't know how long Social Security going to be around. You want to be able to retire early enough if that's your thing. Like I'm a work until, because I love what I do. I'm a be speaking for as long as I'm alive. Right? But for people that want to retire, that's an opportunity for you to say, hey, that's business. You solving a problem. That's business. What we usually do, though, is we usually give it away. We usually give it away. Like, I can show you how to do that. Now, I have a saying that I got from Darnell Jervey Harmon, and that is, I no longer give business advice pro bono. Because what I've learned is people will take your one line, change their whole life, not pay you for it, and make millions of dollars off that one line that you just gave them, and not circle back and give you anything. So I no longer offer business advice as a complimentary service. Dwight Robinson says, can't do that, and I work for them. Yeah. Miko said, my father always says to me, you do too much, but I had to let him know it's my passion to do the work of the community. So I have to keep going. Our family has a historical legacy in Delaware. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was hit up yesterday. We were about to take the hoodies off, y'all, but I was somebody tagged me on Facebook yesterday, Leroy. It brought tears to my eyes. For Blackity Black History Month, their 5-year-old great-granddaughter was asked to dress up for someone for Blackity Black History Month. And her 5-year-old granddaughter chose to dress up as my mom. My mom is Black history. And here's the deal. She had to push through obstacles. She had to keep going. She couldn't celebrate accomplishments. In fact, my mom was the kind of person, she was like, shh, shh, I'm good. My grandma, Mom Surrette, Miko and I's grandma, and my dad's mom said, Aretha, you don't know who you are. And she said, Mom, I don't want to know who I am. I'm not interested in knowing who I am. I just want to remain humble, continue to do what I do. Right? Nodella says, for our people, this is a great achievement because, like you said, Don, they think they have to work until their fingers fall off. Right. I'm in a place now where I'm trying to set the business up so that I can pass it down so that when I'm no longer here, it still runs. Like I needed to run without Donald Morton. I needed to run whether I'm involved with it or not, whether I'm involved with the daily operations or not. I needed to run. Right. So we've got to, like, that is where I am now. I got a bunch of meetings today, Leroy and I, just to figure out those things. Right. So every single day I'm moving toward the goal of being CEO of the absolutely largest firm for Black males in this entire world.
What was that mantra that who was it that gave us that mantra? I love the it's the what did he say, man? It's the he said it's the premier.
Oh yeah, it's the premier organization for Black males in this world.
Yeah, that's it.
Gregory Bloomfield. That is the goal. And I won't stop until it's done. I'll celebrate the milestones along the way, but I remember Kobe in an interview, and I don't know what it was, Leroy, you probably know better than me. They asked him a question, how do you feel about, this win tonight? He said, it's the job.
Yeah, I said it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The job ain't done. I don't feel nothing.
Yep.
The job ain't done.
Yep. He was
Coach,
like,
what's
"What I
up,
gotta be
man? We
happy?"
done. We Gary, take the hoodies off, bruh. Good
He said,
morning
"What I
to you,
got to?"
Coach. Dwight, I feel that I'm there with you. Yeah, absolutely. The absolute premier organization for Black males in the world, Remain. So let's take the hoodies off, Leroy. Let's spend these last couple of minutes with everybody. I know y'all like the longer format. I do too, but I got to get to my day. Leroy got to get to his day. He's got
Well, this is
8
part of your day,
children to
bro.
call. He's got 8 children to call to make sure that mom is up, kids are fed, bathed, clothed, they can get to school. How many of them, Leroy, are school age?
I ain't messing with you. You do know it's gonna be a reel out there.
That's why I say it every day. I want somebody to clip it and
Somebody
send
gonna
it to
catch
Bishop Walter Scott Thomas. That's who I that's who I need to get it. Right? How many of your children are school age? How many of them are adults? What do they do for a living? Like the people want to know. the people want to know. Listen, y'all, we love y'all. We got something we want you to watch before you leave. By the way, if you have not gotten your copy of the Reman book, go to www.theremanbook.com. Get your copy. I'm still signing books. Guess what? We yesterday, as it relates to yesterday, someone else will be shipping books for us. So this is the only opportunity that you have for me to sign. Like after I sign this batch, yeah, you might get a stamp. Hey Leroy, what was it was
the
movie.
worst marketing ever. Ever.
Worst marketing.
How you gonna tell the people I ain't signing no books no more?
I ain't signing no more books. I will probably get another batch for here that for people that, you know, yeah, but I'm not sending out any more books. I don't like it. I love signing them. I love all of that. I just don't like I don't like sending out books. It's not my gift. I'm not, everybody's spiritual. It's not my gift. The Lord didn't give me that gift. Hey, the only other Walter I knew when I was young. You tape boxes like Pop. Yeah, I take I tape boxes like Pop. Yeah, I'm just not good at it. And in fact, the post office did that. The post office did the taping. I'm just not good at it. I just want to do this. I don't want to do the rest of it. So, Leroy, what you got to say to the people, man? what do you got?
I want people to like we said, to we talked about today. It's okay to celebrate and to have the the accomplishments. You should wholeheartedly do that. But but at the end of the day, understand that there's always more work to do. Greatness is never satisfied. Greatness does not rest. It's always looking for what's next, thinking about what's next. So as you go through your day to day and you have your accomplishments today, what's next? Ask yourself what's next. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Push yourself. I need everyone to push yourself. This is your boy, Donald Morton, Chief Visionary Officer at Reman. And at Reman, we help Black businessmen build profitable businesses while maintaining amazing relationships with their wives and children. Y'all know how we say it from now on. We don't say it nice to you. We ain't here to make you feel warm and fuzzy. We're here to tell you one thing on the count of 3. Leroy, what we gonna tell them? 1, 2, 3.
Be gone.
Talk to y'all soon.
Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton.
Dr. Donald Morton. Dr. Donald Morton is an award-winning social entrepreneur known for his innovative social solutions.
Based on this fatherhood and manhood issue in droves, in incredibly large numbers. And I felt it necessary for someone to have a voice like yourself to do the work of restoring men in our society. And I've been doing that work ever since.
His latest solution is expressed as the CEO of Remand.
So Remand, the nonprofit, is about helping brothers that are coming out of prison, brothers that are dealing with child support, brothers that are the most marginalized of our communities, helping them with their character and the institutions that impact them. And then the LLC, our for-profit arm, is really attempting to address the CEOs and CFOs and entrepreneurs and people like that say, look, I got issues too as a black man. My issues are a bit different because I'm in the C-suite. And how it plays out in the C-suite is very different than how it plays out on the block and those brothers that are coming out of re-entry. But here's a deal. All of us the same, for real, for real.
Dr. Morton is the former executive director of the Complexities of Color Coalition. As executive director of the coalition, he worked to congregate Wilmington, Delaware's African American community in order to create comprehensive strategy to influence institutions, policies, and laws. Dr. Morton has over 25 years of experience in African American community leadership. Remand is deeply personal. While he's glad that thousands of men are on this journey with him, it was started because he needed liberation. He was broken and bound, and he was fighting to put his life back together after divorce, infidelity, business challenges, bankruptcy, and a life destroyed by being the worst liar ever. Yes, Dr. Morton was a liar until he faced himself and proved his signature science, the character arc. Then and only then was he ready to lead men to learn and live the science of being remanded.